welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Lisa, and I love everything colorful makeup, especially indie brands. And in this video, I am so happy. Miss Queen, Angelica Nyquist, had posted a recent video on old school YouTube. Well, hell freaking yeah, okay? Hell yeah. I guess this was like a palette tag. Now, the originators of this tag video was by Samantha March and Allie and I am going to put their YouTube tags down below, and I'm going to tag them and Angelica as well. Hi, Miss Beautiful Angie. If you guys have been with me for a minute, you know how much I adore Angie and her brand. I've learned so much from her and absolutely love Singe Beauty, her brand, her brushes. One of my all-time favorites. They're my go-tos next to my Sigma. My go-tos that I have from my Divina set, Fantasy Cosmetica, but Singe brushes are just awesome. From what I'm hearing, Singe has a launch coming up at the end of this month and a restock because her eye set, her brushes, the OGs are out of stock right now. But from what she said, she is in the process of a restock. Hopefully, from what I'm hearing, will come with this launch. Don't know what this launch is, but whatever it is, I'll be there for you for sure. I'm a huge supporter and a huge fan. Hopefully you'll see this. I'm going to tag Angie. Will she see it? I have no idea. But if you want to join in on this tag, all the information will be down below in the description box for you, and just, give credit to, where credit is due for Samantha March and Allie Glines. Angie decided to add a question because there's 11 questions. She decided to add her own. So there's a total of 12. I'm new to this. I'm used to watching it, palette bingos, and all of the old school YouTube. But before I do this, I want to tell you about the look that I created, which is by Cosmic Beauty with the Smolder palette. Yeah, this palette is fire. It is fire, and they are in the UK, and unfortunately right now they are not shipping to the US. I do hope that they buy a warehouse here in the US so that us residents here who, absolutely love their brand can continue to support them and get their products. I don't know. I haven't been active on Instagram for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, so I'm not sure. They might have already done something by now. I don't know. This palette is just crazy good. It's just beautiful. And I just want to swatch these two, the duochrome and the multi-chrome here, which I do have on my eye. We're gonna get on with this tag. Isn't that gorgeous? I have a bunch of palettes in front of me to talk about that coincide with these 11 questions. Hopefully you will enjoy this video. Like I said, if you're new, hopefully you will subscribe, comment, say hi. Love to hear from you. Share the video because it truly does help out my channel. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Grab your coffee, your toddy, your water, your Gatorade, what have you, and let's get to this tag. I feel so kind of embarrassed because when I get excited about something, I can go on and on. I posted on a comment on that video, and it was like a novel. She must think I'm nuts. I swear, because I was going on about PR and never mind about a collab, and oh my god, it was nuts, but you'll understand at the end here. So, question 1, all-time favorite palette. This one is really hard because I don't know if I'm going to be biased on a lot of these. I was like, oh, all-time favorite palette? That's a hard one for me. If I had to break it down, the Ocean Jewel, which is actually fairly new this year, from Bella Beauty Bar. I could not put this palette down. This one and Poison Garden was another one I can say is my all-time favorite. But then when I look at Galactic Visitor from Singe, I couldn't put that palette down either. This question was, I really can't say that I have an all-time favorite palette. Between Poison Garden, Galactic Visitor, and this one, Ocean Jewel, like, yeah, I could not put this down. And even when I got new palettes, I still was going for this, because if you know, and you've been with me for a minute, then you know I love jewel tones. I do have, you know, Angie's palettes out here. And am I a little biased? I guess. Yeah, a little bit. Couldn't put this down. I could not put this down. This kind of has a special place in my heart as well. One of the videos that I made on TikTok promoting Singe, I was blown away. She commented on my video and said that the look was beautiful. I was just so thankful that she even commented. And then Singe Beauty team had commented on that video and asked if they could use it on their feed. And I was like, oh my God, yeah. This one has a special place in my heart for sure. So it is a favorite. But as you see, I'm Squirrel Moment, and I can't pick an all-time complete favorite. And question 2, new favorite palette. Again, I am gonna go, and I'm gonna say Ocean Jewel. And I just showed you, again, this was recent this year, this summer. The blendability was just beautiful as always. If you know, you know. It's, you know, Bella Beauty Bar's amazing formula. The shimmers, multi-chrome, just absolutely stunning palette. Yeah, I can say it's my new favorite palette as of right now. Question 3, palette you keep for the memories. Again, it's so hard for me to pick just one. I actually have a few. For me, I'm 50 years old, in the beauty community, mature skin, large pores, texture, fine lines, you name it. Not a makeup artist whatsoever. Coming into this space, you know, originally starting on like TikTok, did not think that at any point in time I would ever receive PR from my favorite indie brands or be able to join affiliate programs or anything like that, because I didn't know how all that worked. Some are easy and some there are certain like rules where certain places you need to be as far as like reach, I guess. And I know, and it's understandable, because at the end of the day, it is a business. Just to be able to receive PR from your favorite indie brand, I was so grateful and in kind of like shock too at the same time when I received PR from Unearthly Cosmetics. Absolutely adore Amanda. I love what she's done with Unearthly, and it really sucks that she had to take the affiliate program away for now because of the tariffs and stuff. It sucks what happened with the whole drama with Ensley Rain, receiving PR from them, and also Nomad Cosmetics getting Chamonix Après-Ski as PR. And then with Davina, Deandra sending me PR. I couldn't believe that. So for me, I was like in shock, really grateful, blessed. It's so hard for me to choose. I know that when I'm done with these palettes, they're definitely gonna go in a shadow box so that I can always like look at them and say, hey, I remember when this happened, and the looks that I created with it, I keep for memories, and I still use them because basically got them this year. These two from Ensley Rain, which was the Wolf Moon and Snow Moon. This is Wolf Moon. I gravitate more to this one, side by side. And a lot of people went apeshit over Snow Moon, more so than Wolf Moon. It sold out first. Here is Snow Moon and Wolf Moon. They're both absolutely gorgeous. I just gravitate more towards this one, the Wolf Moon. Was really surprised when she reached out to me and was like, hey, we're sending you Snow Moon and Wolf Moon. And I'm like, oh my God. Didn't even care if I got glosses or not. Chamonix Après-Ski Nomad Cosmetics. When they reached out to me and said, well, it's going to be a bright one. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, no problem there. But when I got it and I'm like, wait a minute, it's not all that bright, right? I love the color story of this. I definitely see winter for sure. The packaging definitely describes the color story in here. It fits, it matches the names. Okay, we all know what Nomad does with their names. This is some of the beautiful looks I created with this palette. Oof, gorge. And here's the Murky Meadow. I just went off. The looks I created with this were so pretty in my opinion. And I had taken some gems, kind of like a fancy cut crease, if you will, and put the gems here. And I always love this color, this like neon yellow, green, or chartreuse, whatever you want to call it. I just feel like it's such a fun color. You know what I mean? And then you've got these grungy colors right up my alley. I was such a sap on my TikTok talking about this. I couldn't believe that I got PR from Unearthly. It was nuts. In my head, I'm like, wow, okay, that's happened. That just happened, you know? Those are the palettes that I keep for memories, but I'm always gonna keep those. Those will never get decluttered ever. Number 4, underrated palette. In my opinion, I feel like the Glam Light Trick or Treat palette is underrated. In my opinion, it is, in my opinion, the Glam Light Good formula. And because I gravitate towards the orange, the dark orange, the yellowy orange, and the gold, I just feel like it's underrated. I don't think that it got the hype that I think that it deserved. The whole collection, really. I love horror movies. I love anything spooky. Love Halloween. Love the movie. You know, that's why I got the whole PR box, the whole collection. So in my opinion, I just feel like it's underrated. And after like what, maybe 2 weeks, I didn't see a lot of people creating content. So I was like, what? Are you kidding me? But that's just me. You know what I mean? That's just me. Those mattes, so pigmented, blendable. I love these colors on my skin tone. I just wanted to swatch because just to show you like how pigmented they are, and they weren't patchy. I feel like it's the good Glam Light formula. I am gonna swatch just a couple of the shimmers. I mean, look at that. Here's like copper. And I love this because then it forces me to kind of pull out other palettes next to just doing rankings. Don't know if I'm even doing this tag correctly. This is my underrated palette because y'all know I can talk. I can just go on and ramble and make no sense, but thank you for sticking with me anyway. So question 5, not a favorite, but can't get rid of. I had even talked about a possibility of decluttering this palette. And the more that I've looked at it and the more I looked at it, I'm like, you know what? I really didn't care for this palette, but I probably won't declutter it because it's from Unearthly and it's the Thinking of You palette. This was their Valentine's launch this year. Pictures and swatches and other creators creating content and doing looks that have similar skin tones. I was like, you know what? That looks like something I could definitely get into. Was it a favorite even by looking? Not really, but I also wanted to be supportive of the brand, of Amanda's brand, and at the same time, sometimes you just really can't tell until you get it in your hands. I would say 9 times out of 10, when it's in my hands, it's even better. This one, not so much. The formula is amazing. It's still the same unearthly formula. Shimmers are freaking gorgeous. But this one was like lackluster, this shade, for me. I don't know if it was just not a bright enough orange for me with this color story. So yeah, it's this one, Thinking of You by Unearthly. It's probably not going to go anywhere. So question 6, favorite collab palette. My favorite collab palette, I do have 2, but I'm going to have to say the Divination with Blend Bunny and Robert Welsh. I absolutely love Blend Bunny. I love their formula, their matte formula, and their shimmers are getting better and better and better. I watch Robert Welsh faithfully, okay? Huge fan. So when I heard he was collaborating with Blend Bunny, I got the whole collection. The lashes were absolutely gorgeous, and it was definitely a color story that I gravitate to. The orangey, the yellows, the greens, the blues, the purple. Definitely the green and the purple. This blue is just outstanding. Beautiful. So I would have to say that this is my all-time, really, at the moment, my favorite collab. But I do have 2, and I'd have to say Bella Beauty Bar and this is Deandra Nicole Lee. Now, I didn't even know who she was, the influencer was, until I looked her up on Instagram and I started following her. She's so beautiful, talented. And this is the only purple palette, I swear, that you would ever need, is this ultraviolet. It is gorgeous. Absolutely freaking beautiful. They did an amazing, amazing job on this. This one here. And this one. It's going to be very hard for me to keep my fingers out of these palettes, y'all. Because if you know me, my favorite pastime is to swatch palettes. So, but if I had to choose out of both, it would definitely be Divination, because I am a big fan of Robert Welsh. I guess I'll just stick to that story. You know what I mean? All right, the next question is 2024 favorite palette. These are so hard, y'all. They're hard. I have 2. I can't help it, I'm sorry. I have to say my 2024 favorite palette was probably definitely, again, I might have 3. This is hard. I don't know how they do this. Oh my gosh. Poison Garden, that was a really good palette, okay? But I have to also say Galactic Visitor and Gargoyle. You know, Galactic Visitor, I could definitely do every day. This color story I definitely gravitate to, with the maroon kind of color, the yellow, the blue. But if I really wanted that blue look and that gothy kind of smoky look, this is so gorgeous. The green in here, this quad right here, you could do a really light look and take the black and smoke it out. You could do so much with this palette. I really, even though in my ranking at the end of the year for 2024 is probably different than what I'm saying right now, but hey, you know, I can change my mind. I think Poison Garden from Bella Beauty Bar is always going to be probably one of my favorites. Gargoyle was a big hit for me. Big hit. As well as Galactic Visitor. Y'all already know. So question 8. Didn't expect to love. You know, as soon as I saw it, when it launched, I'm like, ooh, that looks absolutely stunning. And I was so surprised because when I went to Ulta and I picked it up, and then when I got home and started playing with it, I was like, wow. And for me, that is ColourPop's After Hours. I think that this is, I did not expect to love it as much as I do. And you know I don't really care for ColourPop's pressed glitters. But this pressed glitter multi-chrome, same with their New Moon. For a pressed glitter, I think that ColourPop did really, really good with this one and New Moon. There is a video that Angie put out that she included New Moon, ColourPop's New Moon. I kind of giggled a little bit, but hey, those are her thoughts and her, you know, her opinions. Everybody is allowed to have them, you know, and not everybody's going to think the same. I loved ColourPop's New Moon. You know, again, the pressed glitter thing, but the multi-chrome in there, pressed glitter is really nice. I mean, I don't like the feeling on it and everything like that on my lid, but I don't know. The looks I've created are actually just stunning. Same thing with this one. I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did. I played with this for quite some time when I got it. So yeah, I'm going to say the After Hours by ColourPop. Yeah, didn't expect it. So the next question is, palette that sparks joy. For me, that is so easy. Don't Be Jelly by Unearthly Cosmetics. This makes my soul happy. Oh my goodness, the looks I've created with this. The jewel tones. And I can't. This purple, this is, it brings me so much joy. It brings me so much joy. I love this palette. It's one of my favorite palettes. Was like so torn between this and Nomad Cosmetics Royal Europe here, as well as Gourmand Girls Call of the Sirens. I mean, Nomad delivered. They delivered on this one. They just did. Gosh, but I have to say, I can take this traveling with me because, you know, it's a smaller palette. It's slim. And I have the jewel tones, the looks that I've created, you know, the green and the purple together, the green and the blue, or the blue and the purple. Just stop it right now. This brings me joy. Absolutely. Don't Be Jelly by Unearthly. So the next question, question 10, newest palette in your collection. Well, I actually have a few, and I have another one on the way by Gourmand Girls, and it's the Trapped PR Box collection, and I cannot wait. So if you're new, hi, hopefully you subscribe, stay a while, give this video a big thumbs up, share because it truly does help out my channel. I truly appreciate it. And turn your notification bell on because content coming your way. I cannot wait for Trapped to be in my hands and create a look with you guys. The 3 new palettes that I have right now, pretty much I got within a couple weeks of each other. I'd say the newest one is by Nomad Cosmetics, the Witch City Salem palette. Super cool. Love this. I can't wait to continue to play with this. This is Halloween, fall, just spooky vibes. Love it. I can't wait to continue to play with this palette. It's the Nomad quality that we all know and love. Love the lenticular packaging. So that, as well as these 2 new launches, this by DD Signature and by Cosmic Beauty, the Smolder palette. I love Cosmic Beauty, one of my favorite indie brands. You know, all of these are my favorite indie brands, hence that's why I'm investing in them. But it would be so hard to say, oh yeah, that's my favorite, because I might be a little biased. But you know, hey. Broken Jewels by DD Signature. So this is a beautiful color story. However, I do want to warn you that 3 of these shades, the shimmers, are loosely packed. And they look like they were cracked, but they're not. They're just very loosely packed, so just be careful. And it's this shade, this one, and this multi-chrome here. This is Rose Ruin, Blue Fracture, and this is Lava Spark. I do know as that I had a blast with it. It is, you know, kind of new in my collection, so I want to play with it some more. But I definitely want to create a video kind of going into a little more detail about this palette, and maybe do, you know, create another look with you guys, another tutorial. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to do another tutorial. We could do like a green look. I haven't done a green look in a little bit, so yeah. So those are the 3 new palettes in my collection, but really the newest one is by Nomad. The last question, question 11, is first palette used in 2025. And I'm gonna have to say, I'm pretty sure it was by Nomad, the Chamonix Après-Ski. And that is because I know I got it in January, because that's when Nomad did their launch for this. I know that this was, and I got it in PR. So it stands out in my mind that this was the first palette I'm pretty sure that I used in 2025. And so yeah, so blessed and just so grateful. And if any of these I have affiliate codes with, I would have already put across the screen and will put in the description box for you, and you will save 10% off. This is a non-affiliate code with Nomad. All the other ones are affiliate codes where you can save 10%, and I do receive commission on the other ones except for Nomad. And then the 12th question, which is the added question from Angie. She asks, if you could choose a collab, what would it be? And I thought about this and I was like, that is a really good question. Of course, who would not want to collab with their favorite indie brand? I absolutely would be like honored, gaga over. Obviously, Angie's brand, Singe, Unearthly Cosmetics, Ensley Rain. Those 3 indie brands I would love to be able to do a collaboration with, and it would be a collection. I am a big believer in the horoscopes, the stars, and so it would be somewhere along the lines like that. But I would love to be able to do like 6 mini palettes, like 6-pan palettes that represent the horoscopes and the color stories that would kind of coincide with earth, air, fire, water. And each one would have its own gloss. What do you think? I think it would be awesome. And having, you know, 6 shadows, so 4 mattes, a multi-chrome and a duo, or a multi-chrome and just a shimmer or a metallic. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? So I guess that's where I'm at. I have no idea if I did this right. I'm sure it was chaotic because that's just me. And your squirrel brain friend over here just loves colorful eyeshadow at the age of 50 and who is considered mature skin and big old pores and fine lines. But guess what? I'm having the time of my life and I'm building an amazing community with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to do this tag, go for it. It's fun. It really is. So embarrassed leaving a novel on Angie's video, but so I do apologize, Angie. You must think I'm not so huge fan. I'm just gonna tag her and maybe she'll comment on this. Who knows? You never know. So have fun with it, you guys. This is going back to like the old school YouTube. I think it was fun. I think it was really fun. So I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. And again, if you're new, hopefully you subscribe, stay a while, thumbs up. And I will see you guys on the next one. Till next time.